it's me again. As promised, I'm here to review the new Highlander movie, which is the fifth in the series. It's called Highlander the Source. That's a nice shot of the box like I did last time. Okay, I watched this movie yesterday, and I have to say I was a bit disappointed by it. I just thought they could have done so much more with the storyline. It had a good plot to it, and the premise seemed to be good, and some of the script was good, but it just seemed to be like really shaky. It would either be too fast or too slow in the movie. And Duncan, they've really chopped his character down, and he couldn't really progress to what he would normally. But apart from that, I found that the action sequences were they've adopted the Matrix style too much for it. But this is only the Russian cut of the movie that I've seen, so I don't know whether the new cut could be different. Some told it is a bit, but we'll see. But apart from that, it's got some good cast to it. I mean, we have Jim Burns playing Joe Dawson, who is popular from the series, and also Peter Wingfield playing Mythos, and as well as Adrian Paul returning once again as Duncan Macleod. Although I did find the premise between Duncan and his wife really good to be played off against, but aside from that, it was just really poor, and it seemed too rushed, like I said. And I don't really want to spoil anything, but if you are going to see this movie, it's one of those films that you actually have to sit down and watch, as opposed to just sitting there and doing something else at the same time, to really be able to get a grasp of the plot. Yes. And I thought that was really good, but I was so disappointed by the fact that it can be played off between having him in the present day and then visualising something in the past that could have reminded him. There was no flashback scenes of like 16th century Scotland or anything like that, which I was so disappointed by, because Highlander is normally famous for that. I think they've tried to make it too sci-fi now, and it's really it gets too much in the film. But aside from that, it's a really weak story, but I wouldn't really recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen Highlander before. I would say see the original four first before they watch this one. But aside from that, it's got a good premise to it and a good title, which is probably about the only good things about the movie. And the covers they've done for the Queen covers, they're just absolutely awful. And being a Queen fan myself, it was just so painful to listen to Who Wants to Live Forever being played in a rock guitar way when it's such a nice piano piece that tends to remind me of my grandparents. But it's just such a waste. I mean, they could have done so much more with this movie, really, and they decided to just let it fall. But aside from that, it's a movie you've got to watch when you're not doing anything else, because otherwise you'll lose half the plot of it and just be really confused. You'll be like, what's going on here? So I would recommend this to people who've seen the other four and are willing to actually sit down and watch an hour and a half new Highlander movie. Or you might actually get to see it if you live in America. You'll probably actually get to see this on the Sci-Fi Channel on September the 15th in America. But I would give it a 4 out of 10 in all, because it's just not that good at all. It's like I said, the best thing that's come out of Highlander in a long time is the Japanese anime, but I hope that has some more to it, whereas this, even though they've left it open at the end, unless they are really going to try and dig in and revamp it and get a good crew behind it. I mean, sadly now Paul Panzer's no longer with us, but if they get a decent crew behind it, they can pull everything out and hopefully make a decent film out of it. I mean, we are told that the Source is only the first in a new trilogy, but how are they going to rehash it all the time? I mean, yes, we all know what, for the people who have seen the Source, we all know what happens in the end, but I'm not going to spoil it. And aside from that, it's okay, but like I said, I'll give it a 4 out of 10, and that's me being completely reasonable. But like I said, this is only the Russian cut, and I might review the new cut soon. But apart from that, my next review should be a review for the Queen tribute band Mercury, who are playing at a local venue near me on the 22nd of September. So hopefully I'll be doing that, but if something else comes up in between, then I'll review that. But so far I'll be reviewing Mercury, which should be the next review you'll hear from me. Okay, thanks for watching this, and take care.